Hey, what's up, all of our Disney fans? It's your boy Ree. There's Jen over there. We got another good show for you today. We're talking about Disney movies. What's overrated? What's underrated? It's going to be a great conversation. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to What the Disney on YouTube. Hit us up on Instagram at what.the_Disney. We also on all podcast platforms, so you can catch the podcast there too. All right. So let's get into this conversation. I'm Ree, that's Jen, and this is What the Disney. Well, hello everybody. Hello Jen, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm tired actually. It's been a busy week. It's been
It
a busy
has.
week.
It's
Your
been a
boy been
busy month for February.
February went by too quickly. We're in March already,
I
which is
know, but it like
crazy.
when it was February, it just seemed like February we just kept like having stuff to do.
Right, right. And
Just
I
tired.
haven't been able to go to the parks because the weather been crazy too,
Yeah,
blizzards and stuff. It snowed at Disneyland not that long ago. We
I
had
was so
actual
jealous. I saw
snow.
all those videos and I was like, "What?
I
No,
know. I mean, I love the fake snow they put on during the holidays, but we got the real deal
we
this
got the
time.
real stuff."
So that was magical in itself. And we're also on the countdowns for your trip coming
I
out
am.
here.
I am starting to get all my stuff in the mail that I've ordered. I am 14 days.
14 days away, yes, and we will
Yes.
be at the park. So if you see us, come say hello. I am ordering new buttons and magnets, so those will be on the way. I do have
Yay!
yours, Jen. I do have yours.
Yay!
I don't know about your friend, but I have yours.
It's mine's
Uh,
fine. As long as me, I'll be selfish. It's me.
so yeah, I got those. So say hello. We love to meet the fans of What the Disney.
We do.
Um, yeah, it's been the weather's been crazy with the blizzards and all that. So I haven't been going to the parks. I was supposed to go for the last day of the gospel concert, but I decided not to go.
Hey, you don't want to
The day,
freeze.
yeah, the debut of Magic Happens was canceled because of the rain, and it happened till that Sunday.
Yeah,
So
I heard about that.
yeah, a lot been going on at the parks.
I'm looking forward to Magic Happens, although what you told me earlier makes me annoyed.
Yeah, I saw some videos and spoiler alert, Tiana. I didn't see Tiana in there. I don't know if it was a casting issue or she was sick or but I
Yeah,
definitely did not
I'll
see
have
her.
to when I see it because I have a parade package, so I will definitely be
Okay.
watching Magic Happens. And if she's
Yes.
not in it, that's dumb.
Yeah.
That's super dumb. That doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense.
Right, right, right. So but yeah, I will be at the parks now that the weather is much better and to unpack some more of Disney 100, see what they got going on, see what the crowd's looking like now that Magic Happens is back. Um,
You gotta check out they were doing the soft opening for the wine and
Food and
food
Wine Festival,
festival.
yes, the Food and Wine Festival has returned.
That's today.
So yeah,
That starts
yeah.
today.
As
The
of this
third.
recording, yeah,
As of
yes,
we're recording this,
yeah.
March
As of
3rd,
this
it
recording,
starts.
yes, it starts. So I will be at the parks. I will do a vlog, a food vlog of all of the food items you could get,
I
or not
usually
all of
never
them.
get the
So,
food. I never do it. I never have done the food and wine. I've never. Every time I'm
never.
there for Dapper, we've never gotten the food. I don't know why we've just never done the food and wine thing. But there is
Oh,
a cocktail. There's a tequila based cocktail that has my want. I've wanted to do it.
okay, okay.
I
Well,
think
you
the
know
reason
what?
we haven't done it is because we always thought that you had to like buy a pass for it.
I mean, it's cheaper that way.
Yeah, I
It's
just
cheap.
I don't know why we've never, but every time I go there, I'm like, why can't we eat at the booths? And they're like, oh, you have to pay extra for that. And I was like, oh, never mind.
You know what? Yeah, it's cheaper to get you a sip and savor pass than just to buy the food at the booths. I mean, yeah, if you just buy it at the booth, it's larger portions, but it costs like more just to buy the food. You rather just get the tabs
Yeah.
and then just get the smaller portions, but you still go around all the other booths and get what you want. It saves you money. It saves you money.
Okay. Yeah. I'll have
So
to discuss it with my friend, but I think we'll go and do it that way.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'll be out there and I'm gonna record a foodie guide video for Food and Wine Festival. I don't know if I'm gonna do all the foods because a lot of that stuff didn't look appealing to me. But
The frozen elote scares the heck out of me.
they have a whole avocado booth. So yeah, we'll see how that
How
goes.
very un-Californian of you
Right.
to not like
So
avocado. How un-Californian of you, Ree. It's okay. I didn't actually start liking avocado until like a
I
few
don't like
years.
guacamole either. So I mean,
It took me a long time to like avocados. And even now, like I can't really eat them on their own. They have to be like, it has to be like guacamole or on like toast with like a bunch of other stuff on top before I like
man,
actually will like them.
we should see. Oh, is that the dog I hear?
It's one of them.
One of them.
I
Nice.
have two.
Nice.
There's a gardener. The gardener's next door, and apparently that's just far too close for Percival. Far too close for Percival. So
I
we'll see. They'll probably bark off and on this whole time.
Hey, it's all good. I can dig it. Um, one more other point before we get into our topic. All this uproar about the Peter and Wendy movie and Yahara Shahidi being Tinkerbell. Please, y'all, can y'all please knock that off because
Wait, people have
it's
a
just,
problem with that?
yeah, they're calling Disney racist because they cast a black woman, African American woman, to be Tinkerbell. Like Twitter is just crazy right now.
Wait, they're racist because they hired an African.
Yeah, Tinkerbell's supposed to be white. She's white in Peter Pan, so why she got
She's a fairy.
right? So
It's,
yeah,
it's
people are
she's a fairy.
like
She's
the
a
whole
fairy
controversy about Ariel,
who's a
and
mermaid.
right, they taking it to the next level with Tinkerbell for
These are
Peter and Pan.
fantasy creatures. They could be. I had no idea people had problems with the
Yeah,
Peter Pan. I thought that looked. It didn't look appealing to me, but I have never been a Peter Pan fan. I've enjoyed the movie, but like it's not
right.
one I like watch all the time.
You know what?
So
Since you
like I
said
didn't
that,
I was like, oh, that's great, Peter Pan. Woo! Like it looks cool. Like she's a fairy.
since you said that, you might as well just segue into our topic.
She's a
And for our topic, we would love for you to comment in the comment section. No matter
yes.
where you're watching and where you're listening, comment because Jen says she's not that big of a fan of the Peter Pan movie.
I'm not.
So today we are talking about the most overrated and underrated Disney movies that of our time. And I have my list. Jen has her list, and
I do.
I'm assuming Peter Pan is on your list, right? As
I didn't think
overrated.
about it until right now because I didn't think of overrated. I thought mainly of underrated. But yeah, Peter Pan's overrated.
Okay. How many movies do you have on your list?
3.
3? Okay, okay, okay. Is that just for just being overrated or
Under
overrated and underrated
underrated. I could
altogether?
go overrated. I could just go on to disneyplus.com and I'll just start listing.
So what do you want
But
to start with? Underrated or overrated? I guess we do overrated since you said Peter Pan.
yeah, let's do overrated because I
So
started with that with Peter Pan.
why is Peter Pan overrated?
I just okay, like, and I know people are gonna fight me on this. That's fine. That's cool. I have just never liked the movie. I hated Tinkerbell. She's annoying to me. She is. She's just an
What?
annoying character. You have to clap to make her feel good about herself so she'll live. Like, get over yourself.
She
Not
was
everybody.
insecure. She was
She's just
jelly in the movie.
She's just jealous of a human. First of all, you're a fairy who can fly. You're a fairy who can fly and magic and build, and you're jealous of some boring ass London white chick who what? What does she have? His attention because he's a little boy and he sees, oh, pretty girl. Like I
Well,
couldn't.
yeah, Tinkerbell got jealous because Wendy was taking away the attention from her. I
It just
mean,
I never could get into that movie ever.
the one part in the movie that I'm like, Tinkerbell ain't nothing. She ain't right for that. Is when the mermaids were getting
Yes.
Wendy all wet, and Tinkerbell just sat there and
I did like
laughed.
the mermaids in that movie. I liked the fan theory that the redheaded mermaid is Ariel's mom.
Yeah.
I like that theory, but like it's just never been a movie that I'm like, "Oh, you know what I could do right now, guys? Sit down and watch Peter Pan." Just
But you got to think about the era when that movie came out and what the times were like.
yeah, I'll give them that. Like there's going to be like older generations and stuff like that that are like, "Oh
Right.
yeah, I love Peter Pan. How dare you?" I understand like every generation is going to say something about like you can't say anything to me about like Little Mermaid and Lion King and Aladdin because I'll fight you. Those are
Okay.
mine. Those are
So
you.
if you were to change anything about the Peter Pan movie, what would you change?
I'd make it more closer to the book.
Okay.
It's a very Disneyfied, as it should be, but it's a very Disneyfied version of the book. I actually really enjoy the book. And I know there's controversies with the writer and all that. We're not going to get into that. But I did really enjoy the book. It's a lot darker. It's not happy. And if you're going to adapt something from a book, it's kind of like the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Is the original Charlie and the Chocolate Factory really good and like great and like, totally nostalgic? Yes. But is the Johnny Depp one the book to movie? Yes. That's why I like the Johnny Depp one a little bit better than the Gene Wilder one, but not much. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. But I do like when you're doing a movie book adaptation, give me the book as best as you can.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's Disney. Disney
It's
got to
just,
put their
oh,
own
I
spin on
understand.
it.
Yeah. It's just that
Yeah.
once you read the book, that movie completely changes. And you're just like, Peter's not that great of a kid. Not that
Yeah.
guy. And, it's
So,
definitely that movie's made like Peter's the good guy. And it's like, no. But like, again, little kids can have their fantasy and, be lost boys and all that kind of stuff. And it's cute and adorable. But I just never, I never cared about it.
so are you gonna be interested in this Peter and Wendy movie when it comes out? Are you
No.
gonna watch it?
Well,
No.
now that people are bitching on Twitter, even though that's such a small sector of the population, now that people are bitching about it, yeah, I'm going to watch it. But I wasn't
Okay.
planning on it originally because, again, just didn't care.
You
I
think
thought it
that
was just
movie?
another. I'm also having issues with Disney's adaptations in general.
Yes.
They're not living up to the hype.
No.
And so I'm a little nervous.
Yeah.
I really want Little Mermaid to succeed. I'm just scared.
I'm hearing good reviews about it.
I am too. But I also
So,
heard good things about Aladdin, and I did not
uh,
like the Aladdin movie.
that's another overrated. That's on my overrated list.
Oh, do tell. The
Yeah.
live action Aladdin?
Yes.
Okay. I could
Like
see it.
for me, for a movie to be good, I'll probably stream it like a whole bunch of times on Disney Plus,
Yeah.
and I will go out to the stores and buy it. You know, just to
Yes.
watch in the car or something like that.
Yeah.
But after the theater, I had no desire to go watch it again. No
Yeah.
desire. I haven't bought it. Nothing. It's way overrated. I mean, it's a cute, fun little movie, but
Mhm.
nothing like, oh, that was a dope movie.
I can't wait to watch it again.
Right. It's like the problem I think Disney has, they pick the movies to do a live action that has a very, very high standard. And I don't
They're
think they
also
can match.
banking. They're banking on millennial nostalgia. And
Yeah.
think that we'll just go watch and enjoy anything they put out that we liked when we were kids. And I think the major problem with Aladdin, my major problem with Aladdin was that Robin Williams was so ingrained as
Yeah.
that was my genie. Robin Williams was a great genie.
Right.
They filmed this while he was still alive.
Right.
He was just that's genie. And so not to a fault to Will Smith, but it's like our age, Genie was Robin Williams. And so for us
Right.
to be like, oh, well, here's your new Genie. And it's just like,
If you're gonna do a live action, you need to match the same energy as the original.
and he just
And
wasn't Robin Williams. I mean, who can
right,
be? But he was not Robin Williams.
right, right. So that's my number one.
It's your number one. All
Well,
right.
that's not my number one, but that's on my list as one of
That's on
the
your list.
yes. What's your number two?
You go now because I'm scrolling. Because I have
Oh,
too many
okay.
to count and I'm
This is my number one
mhm.
overrated Disney movie, and it's
We
another
agree.
okay. It's another live
Oh, it's another
action
live. Okay.
adaptation, The Lion King.
Oh, that was awful. That's not even overrated. That wasn't even underrated. That wasn't overrated. Nobody liked that movie.
Oh, the African American community, the black community loved
Really?
they loved the Lion King because it's
I
the
did.
Lion King, and probably
Yeah,
because it was Beyonce and
I
Donald
heard nothing but it
Glover.
was horrid.
I got dragged to the mud on social media because I said the Lion King was trash.
Really,
Like
I did not hear good things about that movie at all. So I'll agree. If
there,
people actually
nobody
like
had personality in that movie. Nobody
no,
had the
and
most
I
personality I got out of that movie was Timon and Pumbaa. They
but
barely
again,
had some personality in that movie.
you recasted iconic voices.
Right,
You could have just used the original Timon and Pumbaa in that. You were just voice acting.
right. And the only thing they did right was they brought back James Earl Jones.
Well, yeah, because no one's Mufasa.
Right. That's the
There's
only thing
no
they got
way. You
right.
cannot look at a crowd of people and be like, oh, we hired this guy to be Mufasa. It's like, no. But you could
So
have honestly just brought back the original cast.
right,
I
right,
understand you're trying to hire African Americans and make this a much more African based film. And I appreciate your try. But like
right.
with Timon and Pumbaa, you could have just hired the original people. And I think that would have made the film, for me, 10 times better. Because
Yeah.
those two they had no chemistry. They were so like, it was so like, oh, this is Timon and Pumbaa.
I
Oh,
fell asleep in the movie.
fair.
I fell asleep in it. I'm like, yo, this is not I can't even remember like what happened. I mean, it was cool that they did the shot from shot with the live action in the
That's
cartoon. The
great.
shot from shot
But
was good,
still,
but I think the casting could have been better. There was no emotion in in the voice, in the voice acting.
yeah,
It
that's
was
just
just so yeah. Lion King is my number one. I think that was way overhyped. It was people were
awful.
hyping it up. Yeah, yeah. Number three.
Yeah, let's hear your number three. This is gonna hurt someone's feelings.
I think so.
Oh, okay, here we go.
I'm gonna have to go with ay ay ay. How it's kind of hard to say. It's a lot. I might go with Beauty and the Beast.
Okay, now we're gonna fight. Now we're gonna fight. The live action or the animated?
Oh, the live action.
Okay, now we won't fight because yeah, that was slightly disappointing.
Right.
It wasn't as disappointing as Lion King and uh
It was a good
Aladdin.
movie,
It was
but it's
fine.
not memorable.
It wasn't yeah, it was not memorable at all. And you could probably have gotten away with somebody else singing for Emma Watson. She
Yeah.
wasn't that great. She wasn't horrid, but she wasn't amazing.
Right.
Oh, where
Right.
is it? What is the name of the movie? Um. Oh, this one will upset people. I got one. This is gonna
Wh-
piss people off. I don't like Dumbo,
Which one?
the original, or the live action, or
Well, I
any of
didn't like the live action. You know what? The live action I give to you. The live action was just terrible to me too.
I don't
And
like
even
Dumbo in general.
and Tim Burton himself even said he
Yeah,
wasn't
he even
feeling
said
Dumbo.
that was not what he wanted to do.
Right, like it's so bad that he's completely done with Disney. He's not even gonna work with Disney anymore.
Yeah, but
So
Tim Burton also, when it comes to Disney, that's not really Tim Burton's thing. But yeah, I don't like Dumbo the original.
I can understand that because I'm not.
I just
I don't
I just
watch Dumbo like that either.
yeah, I just don't care about it. Like the one time was fine.
What's
It does
about?
not have rewatchability, that's for sure. Between the crows and that "Sweet Child of Mine" song and all that, you just it's not a movie you put on going like I'm looking for a great time.
Yeah,
Dumbo.
because sad and depressing.
You get sad and depressed, and then you just get
Yeah,
angry at the crows. So you just kind of sit back
yeah,
and go, no, just not watching this. Just not gonna enjoy this today. I'd rather watch something else.
I understand that. What about Bambi?
I don't
Yeah,
know if it's beloved enough to be considered overrated. It's more like a talking point for childhood trauma.
yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
haven't
Like
gone back and watched it either. Cause
I
I'm
haven't
like, who
gone
wants
back
to?
to watch it. I haven't sat down and been like, can't wait to subject my children to Bambi.
Yeah, you watch Bambi's mother
But
get
I also
killed.
don't think that it's overrated because I don't think many people care about Bambi. It's another one of those things where you harken back and go, "Oh God, remember the first time you watched Bambi?" And then everybody goes,
Yeah,
"Oh yeah," and then you never talk about it again. It's just like, oh, and then we move on. Like,
when you think about Bambi, you think about the mother getting killed,
yeah,
basically. Okay.
or like you can quote it every once in a while by going like, "You can call me Flower if you want to," but like, I don't know if I'm the only person that quotes it.
Okay.
So
Fair. What
I am
about you?
also not a fan of the Fox and the Hound.
Yeah, I haven't watched that either. I don't.
It's
Yeah,
too sad. And as a person
yeah,
who loves dogs, I cannot watch that movie.
yeah.
I have a very difficult time with that movie. Now, again, could be me.
Then again, you got to think about the the timelines, the time when these movies came out. Like
Yeah, I could
I was
think of
watching, I was watching the documentary on Mickey Mouse,
things. Mhm.
and I was looking at each time period of Mickey and how he's involved with the times. Because when you look at Mickey Mouse, he was a brat. Mickey Mouse was a jerk in
Was.
the beginning.
He was super horrid.
he wa- he was an a hole for
He
reals. The
was
way the way he treated Minnie Mouse was horrible,
horrible.
horrible. And then
Horrid.
I guess what happened was people started sitting in later. It's like, why is Mickey like this?
Why is
We
Mickey
want
such
to
a dick?
right. We like why we gotta love Mickey. We want to love Mickey. Why is it like this? And that's when Mickey started evolving into something great and awesome.
Yeah.
So I just say that because you got to think of the times of when these movies came out and stuff
Yeah,
like
I
that.
mean, I give you that. Like, I'm not gonna like movies that came up, but granted, the ones that are on my underrated list are came out way before the golden age.
Okay, so let's get that. What's on your underrated?
The 1985 classic, The Black Cauldron.
Yes, that is
No
underrated.
one talks about this movie.
It doesn't get enough love. It doesn't.
Nobody talks about Black Cauldron. I am like it's so upsetting to me because it's such a good I be it dark. It's
Mhm.
definitely in that weird Disney was trying to do something kind of phase, but nobody talks about Black Cauldron. Nobody.
That's true. Yeah, I was watching this. I think it was a Watch Mojo list
Hmm.
on why these Disney movies aren't talked about now.
It's
I
just
gotta find it. If I find the link, I'll post it in the description.
yeah.
But Watch Mojo did a list of like underrated Disney movies that don't get talked about and why. And Cauldron was on there. Was on there.
Because it's such a good film, but it's so
Yes.
not Disney.
Right. And Disney don't even mention it itself.
No.
So yeah.
And it should because it's
Yeah.
really good.
Yes.
What about you?
Oh, Oliver and Company.
Thank you.
Oliver and
Thank you.
Company.
Thank you. That's
In my
also
mind, that's
on my list because
one of
again,
the greatest
doesn't
Disney
get
movies
talked about
ever.
enough.
They show no love. You
No
don't see
love
no
for it.
posters at Disneyland.
First
No
Disney movie
characters.
I ever saw in theaters
Yo, and the soundtrack is great. I
is a
love.
bop.
Yes, yes. All
We have
people sleeping on
taste.
Oliver and Company. Look, I went and bought Oliver and Company. I showed Xavier. Xavier loves Oliver and Company because I had to show that to him.
That's such a
Uh,
good, yeah. I still own my
yes,
cat. I still own Oliver the stuffed animal that my aunt
right,
bought me right after coming out of the movie theater and seeing that movie.
right. 1980s in New York City. Yo,
It's the
come on.
best. It's the
Yes,
best. All right.
and talk about life in a fun way. I love Oliver and Company.
Such a good one.
I was
Which
seeing.
on the reverse, you want to reverse it, Aristocats, crap.
Right. The only thing I like about Aristocats, I go to one scene just to hear everybody wants to be a cat. That's the only
That's
reason
it.
why I
That's
watch it.
all you got from that
I
movie.
can't tell you the plot. I can't tell you what the movie is
I know
about.
the cats get stolen because the butler wants their money, which is a stupid
Right.
plotline because he has to take care of the cat. Like dissecting that movie, yeah. So Oliver and Company is the superior cat movie.
Yes. Although my daughter loves Annie Marie from
Oh,
Aristocats.
Michaela
Yes.
loves the song. Everybody
Yeah.
wants to be a cat, and I bought her a Marie and all that, but Oliver and Company is still the superior.
It's funny they show Annie Marie more love at Disneyland than they do from anybody from Oliver and Company.
I know. That's ridiculous.
Right. So
Billy Joel did the soundtrack to Oliver and Company. Billy
yes.
Joel.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Just came out at the wrong time. It came out.
I mean, and they marketed Oliver and Company so great too because they had toys and the Happy Meals.
Yeah,
they had Oliver and Company. They had Oliver and Company Happy Meal toys.
Nobody appreciates it as like what it is like a genius piece of work.
Right.
It's Oliver Twist told with a cat and a dog. How can you go wrong?
Right. Right.
All right, my number two.
Huh?
My number two.
Go ahead.
The Brave Little Toaster.
Oh.
Again.
But I really haven't sat down and watched that movie.
No one appreciates it for what it is. Again, I haven't sat down and watched it in a long time, but I have distinct visions of that movie all the time between the toaster and the electric blanket and the vacuum cleaner trying to go cross country. It was Homeward Bound before Homeward Bound. Homeward Bound stole from Brave Little Toaster, I'm convinced.
Okay.
Just a movie that nobody appreciates unless you're my age. I mean, it came out 1990.
It's on Disney Plus, right?
Yes, it is. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I'm looking. That's what I'm looking at. Well, I have Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars, which I didn't even know existed, and Brave Little Toaster to the Rescue. And I'm assuming that this one came out before. This one says 1997. So figure the Brave Little Toaster, the original, came out 95, 94. Oh, and it links me to another movie that nobody talks about enough. The Rescuers Down Under.
I was about to say that. That was on my list.
The whole Rescuer series.
The series. The whole, yes.
No one talks. Like how I don't know how that movie does not get more love. The Rescuers. I don't know.
Yeah, they had Happy Meals toys for that too.
They had books.
Yeah.
Zsa Zsa Gabor was the voice of the mouse.
Yes. I love me Rescuers Down Under.
I love the original one too, with the diamond and the crocodile.
Mm-hmm.
It's just such a good, like, again, it makes me more upset that people don't appreciate these films.
I'm glad they're on Disney Plus.
I
I
am
would like to
too.
know. I want to see the stats on how many plays these movies get on Disney Plus. That's what I want to know.
I want
I
to see
want
if
to
the
know.
nostalgic TV shows get a lot of stuff like Gummy Bears.
Yeah, I want to see that too. I want to see how many people are watching this stuff on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
Like,
so
I'll watch Gummy Bears. I'll watch that.
I watched it already. Because I love the Gummy Bears.
Yo, my wife has a theme song for a ringtone.
I did too
So,
for a long time.
man, man. Okay, what number am I on? Did I do one or two? How many did I do so far?
You agreed with me with The Rescuers, but go ahead.
Okay, okay. I don't know if you seen it. It's a Pixar movie.
Hmm.
I love this. I like this movie, and my son likes it too. Planes.
Caleb loves that movie.
Yes, that movie is
But
underrated. It's from the
nobody talks like,
no.
was that even released in theaters?
Yes, it was. It was like Planes was. It was such a good movie. It came from the world of cars.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was great. I love the story. Desi is a small plane, but he wants to race.
Yeah. That's a
And
good, maybe it was too much like Cars for people, but that was still a very cute movie.
probably yeah. But you know what? They did planes too. That's underrated to me and myself too.
I agree.
Planes was good too, but it's totally different for the first one.
Yeah.
Fire and rescue. You know?
Yes.
Yes. And the great thing about it was those movies weren't that far apart. I think Plane Rescue came out like maybe almost a year later.
Yeah, I think so. They're
It
trying
came
to
out
cash in
rather
on the
quickly.
Cars craze, and I think
Yeah.
they did a very good job.
Yes. Like Planes, I love that movie. My son loved that movie too. That's that's on my list. That's on my list.
All right.
So I got more than 3 for
I got more. I
overrated.
got way more now that I'm scrolling and looking. I got way more than what my brain had. How
Okay,
about
this is
the 1986 The Great Mouse Detective?
ooh, that is underrated.
No one talks about it.
Nobody talks about it.
Why? Why? Why are we denying Sherlock Holmes a mouse? It's
Right.
almost like how it's pretty much, I'll even put it past the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlocks. I won't pass Benedict because Benedict was doing something different.
Mhm.
But if you're going to line up all the Sherlocks for me, I'm putting
The
Great
Great
Mouse
Mouse.
Detective up there. It's like
Yes.
Robin Hood. I'm going to
Yes.
line up all the Robin Hoods. The animated one is the best Robin Hood. The Great
Yes.
Mouse Detective is the best adaptation of Sherlock Holmes. When it was
Yes.
straight from book to screen, The Great Mouse Detective is Sherlock Holmes outside of a
Yes.
drug addiction.
Yes. Yes. I concur. I concur. Yo, if you hear these movies that we say are underrated, they're all on Disney Plus.
They are, because
Go
that's
go
what I'm getting them from.
yes, go on Disney Plus and watch these movies and you'll think I think they're great. I think they're great. Now, you'll be surprised when I say this because you think a lot of people like this movie, but I'm telling you, this movie is so underrated. The Goofy movie.
You think it's underrated?
Yes, Goofy movie don't get enough love. I mean, they show it. Like, Goofy movie is known for one thing.
Yeah.
Powerline.
Yeah, the end scene. Because that's who
Yes.
they cosplay that everywhere now.
Yes. Powerline. But I say it's underrated because to this day, people still don't know about a Goofy movie or they look at me crazy. And I say I will go on to say Powerline is the greatest artist of all time.
I'll give you it.
Powerline is the greatest artist of all time. I don't care about Michael Jackson. I don't care about Prince, Billy Joel. I'm all about Powerline. Yes.
I'll give it to you.
Yes.
I'll give it to you.
Goofy movie is underrated and it's only known for Powerline.
It
Goofy
is.
movie.
Like, I know the whole plot line. It's a father-son adventure, and he's trying to
Right.
reconnect with his son and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, when you ask people about Goofy movie, they just the end scene is all that anybody talks about.
Right. It's the love story for me.
Yeah.
It's a love story for me. It's the
It
way
is. It's a
Max
father and
have a
son love
crush.
story.
Not even. I'm not talking about Goofy and Max love story. I'm talking about Max and Roxanne. That's the love story for me.
See, it's a
Okay.
father-son adventure for me. But I'll
Yeah.
give
Okay.
there's
Yes.
definitely the romance, but it's definitely all about the father and the son
Yes.
reconnecting and
No.
finding out that
I
they are
get that. For
actually
me, it's about Max trying to
and
get his
Roxanne.
girl Roxanne and impress her. That's what I got from the movie. Okay.
I'll
I
give
can
you
say
it.
it's a Goofy movie, but for me, my main focus, my favorite plot line from that movie is Max trying to get Roxanne. The player that Max is, I enjoyed it.
I appreciate your take. That is a hot take. People will fight you on that. I can see why they would fight you on that.
And when another Goofy movie was when another Goofy movie came out, I was so upset because Roxanne was nowhere to be found. We
Yeah,
get
it's
a
very
we
strange.
we get a Goofy movie. Max went through all this trouble to
Mhm.
impress this girl. Said, "Hey, my dad knows Powerline, and we're gonna be on stage with him."
Yeah,
He
and then
does
just
all this stuff to impress her. Gets on stage, dance with Powerline and everything, and then he gets the girl.
mhm.
Happily ever after, meets Goofy and
Yeah,
all that. Part two comes. Roxanne is nowhere to be found.
yeah,
Like, where is she?
yeah. I agree. It's very
And they
strange.
switch the story. They flip the story over for Goofy finding love, and Goofy is the one who finds the love in the next movie.
Yeah, Goofy. Goofy doesn't. Max doesn't need a stepmom.
So I come to the conclusion that Max and Roxanne never worked out because if you watch Twice Upon a Time on
Yeah, he finds
Disney
that
Plus,
that other girl. She was
yes,
good.
he's in college and he's with another girl.
Yep.
So, but Roxanne, yo, I'm telling you, people, guys had crush on Roxanne. It's
Uh,
weird, but still, like they
no,
thought
it's not
Roxanne
weird.
was hot.
She was
Okay,
sweet.
yeah,
She was cute.
Roxanne was a cutie. Yeah, so
I
that's
have
why I
a.
say
Oh
go
no, go
ahead.
ahead.
Oh no, that's why I think Goofy movies underrated because people just look at it for Powerline,
Yeah.
Powerline, Powerline, Powerline. I'm sorry, it's a love story for me. Yes, father son bonding, that's great to see and everything. But it's the way
An
Max
underrated love
got
story.
yes, it's the way Max got his girl. That's what people need to look at. The way Max got his girl. And then Disney just threw it all away with Goofy Movie Part 2 and like, where's Roxanne? It's like, did you watch Family Matters growing up?
Yeah.
It's like, here's Judy, and like next episode later, she's gone and never returns. We never hear from her again.
Yep.
That's what they did to Roxanne. They pulled a Judy from Family Matters on here. Okay.
I'm glad you got that off your chest. That seemed built
Yes.
up. That seemed very built
Yes.
up. All right.
Okay.
I'll
Go
give
ahead.
you one. Raya.
Hmm.
I don't think Raya was loved as much as it should have been.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like it.
I think Raya came out during the pandemic and she just didn't get the love she deserved. She's a
Yeah.
strong female character, Asian, which is a very underrated in Disney films. So that right there, should have been build her up a little bit better. Um, but she's a strong character who saved an entire people. 4 different people she saved. And it taught you about friendship and looking past just I feel like Raya, no one watched and dealt with Raya enough.
I have to watch it again because I fell asleep on it. But it's the first time.
It was so good. Michaela was in love with Raya. Loved everything about Raya, that dragon. It has perfect humor. It shows empowerment to girls. The whole 9 yards. And it just kind of came and went and it was done.
I give that to you because when Riot debuted at California Adventure Park last year for Lunar New Year, that was like a good 2.5 hour wait just to meet Raya.
Yeah.
So I can see the popularity behind her.
I can see the
So
popularity, but like no one
yes,
talks about her movie. Everyone's just like, "Oh, Raya," and then like move on.
and she's gonna be one of the princesses you meet at Princess Night.
Oh, good. Cuz like
Yes,
she deserves mad more attention than she's getting, in my opinion.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Another one that I feel like nobody talks about, but is part of Magic Happens the parade.
Mhm.
They are part of the parade, but I feel like no one talks about the Sword and the Stone.
I think they do talk about it.
I don't
They
think
don't
it's
talk about the movie, but they talk about it when they go to the park, try to take the sword out the stone.
that, but that's it. Like nobody talks about the movie. Everyone just says the Sword and the Stone and Arthur, and it's the Arthur carousel, but no one talks about the actual movie and how iconic that movie is.
Okay, I give you that. I give you that.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Merlin's known. Merlin's in my Dreamlight Valley game. He's the first character you get. Merlin and all
Mhm.
that kind of stuff. But no one talks about the movie because I think it's harmed by the fact that it's just another Merlin movie.
Yeah.
And so people don't like watch it again. People don't go back to it because they're just like, oh, it's another King Arthur tale. And I'm like, no, you are missing out. You're missing Merlin turn into that squirrel you all see around the
Right.
park. That's Merlin. What are you guys are? So I feel like nobody talks about Sword in the Stone. Granted, it came out in 1963, but still,
True.
no one talks about Sword in the Stone.
True.
And it is one of my favorite. I also
Okay.
think that Robin Hood is a little underrated, but
Oh,
that's
Robin's way underrated. He don't even come out of Disneyland like that no more.
right. Lance said I was insane. Lance said that was my hot take, is me complaining about how unloved Robin Hood is.
He is on a like
He is like,
the best intention I ever seen Robin Hood get was on an episode of Modern Family. Have you seen Modern Family?
yeah. Well,
Okay,
I've
The
seen
Disneyland.
parts.
Okay, so there's an episode where they all went to Disneyland, and
Do they bring up the fact that they don't show Robin Hood and Maid Marian ever?
no, no, they actually put Robin Hood and Little John on the episode. Yeah, there's a whole scene in Modern Family where they have Robin Hood and Little John in the actual episode. Like, spoiler alert, Dylan, who's supposed to be the boyfriend of Haley,
Mhm.
he came back in town because they broke up. He came back and he never called Haley. So her and the family went to Disneyland, and she saw Dylan working at Disneyland as being as part of the Dapper Dans.
Mm.
So he ran away. I guess he stole the Little John costume, and he dressed up as Little John trying to talk to Haley. And Haley was with another guy at the time. Her mom hooked her up, so they all went to Disneyland together.
Mm.
And Dylan, who was dressed as Little John, was like, "Hey, who's this guy right here?" And he pushed the dude, and the dude pushed Dylan back in the Little John costume,
Nice.
and Dylan fell over because Little John it's a tall,
Yeah,
heavy costume.
it's a
So when
huge
he pushed,
costume.
yeah, so we pushed him. When he pushed him, he tipped over and fell. And whoever was playing Robin Hood was there, and Robin Hood turned around, looked at Little John, and just started laughing at him. Okay, he
Which is valid. That's what happened.
right. Little John just turned around and started laughing at Little John, aka Dylan. He fell over and fell on his behind. So yeah, I was just happy that they used Little John and Robin Hood as the characters for that scene. I
Yeah,
thought,
instead of,
yeah,
well, they probably weren't allowed to use Mickey and Minnie. There's no way that you
they
can.
can. It's because it came
Well,
on
they can use
ABC.
them, but they're not going to push them. You know what I mean? They're not going to push
Yeah,
Mickey and Minnie.
right, right,
But
right.
like Robin Hood doesn't. I feel like Robin Hood has reached the level of cult status. It's the
Yeah,
Rocky Horror Picture Show of Disney.
yeah. You
People
see everybody
love
wearing the merch
Robin
and stuff.
Hood
Yeah,
and they like quote Robin Hood and they like go
yeah,
dee da doo 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 doo. Like they love
yeah.
everything about Robin Hood,
Right,
but like nobody talks about Robin Hood
right, right,
and how iconic the music is.
right.
Like
Robin Hood and Little John rocking through the forest.
Yeah, back and forth
Yes.
about the others had to say.
Yes. Come
Reminiscing
on,
this and
man.
that and having such a good time. Oodle lolly golly, what a day. Again, I am a huge fan of
But you
Robin
know what? I, they do. I take that back. They do bring Robin Hood out, but
They
they
bring the
make him.
sheriff of Nottingham.
No, they bring Robin Hood out too. They bring him out during special events, so they make him a specialty character now. Because I saw him at Boogie Bash.
I just
I,
feel like that's because the online Discord has started to turn, and everyone's like, "Yeah, that Robin Hood is the best Robin Hood ever."
right.
And I'm like, "Yeah, that's it. Yeah."
So
And
okay,
I was always in the minority of like people when I talk about like Disney films. I'd be like, "Robin Hood's my favorite Disney movie of all time." Robin Hood, and they're just like, "No, you must like princesses." I'm like, "No, I like Robin Hood. That's my favorite."
right. But
But yeah, I
I
just
get it.
other people love, Little Mermaid and like Cinderella. My best friend's favorite movie is Cinderella and princesses and stuff like that. And Robin Hood is my
Right.
favorite and will always be the best Disney movie outside of like The Great Mouse Detective. But if you can tell a theme, people, look at the theme. Jennifer just did all animal movies.
Right.
Animals as the main characters apparently is my bag.
Right.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
So what I'm gonna do now, just gonna name off some movies, and you tell me overrated or
Underrated.
underrated.
Okay.
I'm gonna start with three in the same because it's a set, it's a series.
Okay.
Cars. Yeah, Cars.
Kind of overrated if you ask me. It's fine. And
I
there's a whole
love the.
land. They have a whole land and
It's a
ride.
great movie. That's like one of
It's
my.
fine. It's fine.
Yo, I love that movie before my son came into this life. I love that movie before I got married. Okay, I was a
I'm
Cars
sorry.
collector.
It's fine. It's neither for me, neither over, neither under. Just fine.
And it gives you Easter eggs.
The
It gives
two
you
sequels are crap, but the original Cars is very good.
it gives you a throwback Easter egg to Toy Story.
It does.
Dinoco.
It does. Again, it's fine.
So would you
I
say
don't like
Planes
the
was better than
sequel.
Cars?
No. I will say
Okay.
Cars is better than Planes.
Okay, 'cause I was about to end this podcast if you said yes.
No, Cars is better than Planes.
Okay.
But
Well, okay.
Cars is
Cars
fine.
2 Cars 2 was just I can't even say it
Awful.
was overrated. It was just awful.
It was just awful.
And they didn't even
Like I
have the
said, the
original
sequels were awful, and that might be coloring my impression of Cars. But Cars the
Cars
original
3
was
was
very good.
good. Yeah.
But I
Okay,
just
Cars 1 or Cars 3?
won
Okay.
for sure.
Okay. Do you think Cars Land has the best characters? Best character interactions?
Probably.
Is it them or is it Galaxy's Edge?
Can you find anybody in Galaxy's Edge?
Right.
So I'll just for the simple fact that you can see the cars and Mater and all that. Yeah, I'll go with Cars because
And they actually drive
and they actually drive around and kids can
yeah.
wave and all that and they talk and stuff like that. Can you actually find the Mandalorian?
So what if you
Boba,
were
where is Boba
able
Fett?
what if you were able to find the characters consistently
I'd still
at
say
Galaxy's
Cars
Edge?
because I'm not a huge Star Wars person.
Okay.
Like it's
What
cool.
about
I'd be like, oh my god, it's Boba Fett. Oh my god, Mando. But like, I
what
think
if the characters were more consistent at Adventures Campus?
I put Avengers Campus over them then.
Oh, really?
I'd put the Avengers over Cars. Yeah.
See the issue about Avengers Campus and their characters, they got too many characters over there for that small land. And every time a movie comes out, they drop somebody new there.
Yeah.
And then when you go see them, you're not gonna find them.
Right. You
But I
saw
do
them
appreciate
more when there was COVID because then at least they
right,
stood up there and just waved at people.
right. But I do appreciate that they keep up with the timeline of the movies.
Yes.
So
I
like,
appreciate it, but I
yeah,
would put the interactions I've had with Avengers campus people over Cars. Yes,
okay, okay. So
or give me another
Black
one. This is
Black
fun.
Panther,
It's neither over or under. It's a very good film.
the first one.
Yeah,
I
I love
say
the first one. The second one's overrated. Sorry.
no. I agree with that. But I
I'm
mean,
saying sorry to the known public that
I can't say it's overrated just because of circumstances.
it's not overrated. I think it's just a fantastic film. I really enjoyed. I watched Black Panther multiple times.
No, I'm talking about Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever, I just recently watched and it was fine.
Uh-huh. But I can't
But in
rate it as I
comparison
can't.
to the first one is so much better.
Yeah, that's true. But then again, you got to think about the circumstances
Yeah. Again,
because if Ch- if Chadwick Boseman was still alive, was still with us, that story would have been totally completely
totally
different.
different. And you kind
Right.
of feel bad because I feel like that story would have been a better story than what they said, what they told.
Oh, we were supposed to get an X-Men crossover.
Hmm.
They were actually doing a X-Men
Yeah.
crossover was in the works
Yeah.
because in the comics, Black Panther is married to Storm.
Yeah.
So when I
Yeah.
tell people that, their mind is blown. They're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, Black Panther.
Yeah.
He was
She's
married
married.
to
She's
Storm.
Wakandan.
Yeah, she's Wakandan. Yeah, yeah.
But yes,
Oh,
Black Panther's fine. The first one's really, really good. I wouldn't even say it's overrated. I would say it's a very good movie.
right,
I The second one's fine
right.
for the circumstances and as a movie in general. I'm not even going to base it on circumstances. As a movie in general, I enjoyed it, but I don't know how many times I'd watch it. I watched Black Panther so many times.
Mm. Um, I mean, I haven't watched Black Panther so many times like that. I think we own it. I don't know. I guess I watched it a couple times. I appreciate it more after watching Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wasn't all that big of a fan of Black Panther. As a Marvel fan, I thought it could have been a little bit better. The story was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Especially when you had all of Civil War to kind of show who
yeah,
he was
yeah.
already. It was just kind of like another like, well, this is who Black Panther is, and you kind of already knew who he was from Civil War. I'll give you that.
Okay.
But I really liked Black Panther a lot.
You know what? Another movie just came into my mind
Hmm.
that they need to show love to.
Hmm.
Angels in the Outfield.
Thank you. We can end it right there. Right there. That movie. So good. So
Yes.
good.
And mind you, Jen and I are Bay Area. I'm in LA now, but we are Bay Area natives, and they
Yes.
film most of that movie
It's the
at the
A's.
Oakland A's
That's the
Stadium
A's
in
stadium.
Oakland.
I'm not even an A's
Yes,
fan, and I love Angels in the Airways.
yes. They made that movie. Shout out to Oakland, California, A's Stadium.
Yep.
They made that movie in there.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the Angels too, because they still repping that Mickey Mouse in front of their stadium. Even though Disney don't own it no more, they don't own the Angels anymore.
But
They still got the Mickey statue out in front of their stadium, which I think
well,
is
we
cool.
gotta appreciate where they came from.
Yeah, but
It's kind
yes,
of like the
Angels.
Mighty Ducks, the Anaheim Ducks, not owned by Disney anymore. But
Right, but
when you think of the
right.
Ducks, you think of the Mighty Ducks.
I mean, Disney still got the relationship with the Ducks because they have Anaheim Ducks Day at DCA every year.
Yeah, they have a
So
relationship, but they don't own them anymore.
right, right, right. But yes, Angels in the Outfield
Yes.
was a great. I watched that movie so many times.
That is a very good one.
Disney, please put that on Disney Plus. I don't know why
Yeah,
it's not.
I was gonna say that's not here.
Why it's not on? It blows my mind that movie's not on Disney Plus. What is going on here? So yes, that movie. Yes, I'm glad we could agree on Angels in the Outfield. What did you think of the Mighty Ducks franchise? By the way, like the first one was great.
Yes. That has
Second
Joshua
one,
Jackson in it, so that was
mhm.
the love of my life for going on since he was Pacey Witter.
Everybody loved Pacey.
Yeah, that's Joshua Jackson has been the number one celebrity crush of mine since Pacey Witter, since I discovered him in Pacey Witter. And I know
Wow.
he was in Mighty Ducks before that, but like I didn't watch it until I saw Dawson's Creek. I love the original Mighty Ducks, and I love when they go to the Olympics. I
Yes.
don't know if that's the third one.
No, that's the second one.
That's the second one. I love the Olympic storyline. I don't know why.
Yes.
It's cheesy. It's stupid. I love that one.
It was the Goodwill Games.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you about D3. I can't tell you about that. I don't remember the whole plot or nothing of Mighty Ducks.
I can't. Yeah, I have nothing when it came to that. But yeah, at the Olympics or the Goodwill Games and the original are.
The cartoon was underrated too. The cartoon was good.
There's a cartoon? I didn't know there was a cartoon.
It's on Disney Plus.
I will have to find that.
There was a Mighty Ducks cartoon. It wasn't. They weren't human form. There were actual ducks playing hockey.
Oh well, then I'm gonna have to find that because that sounds amazing.
Yeah, it came out in the 90s. Yeah, Mighty Ducks, the cartoon. And then I didn't see the series either. So I gotta watch the Mighty Ducks series.
I got one that's overrated, although I think people are gonna fight me on this one.
Go ahead.
I think Zootopia is overrated.
Ah, what?
Yeah.
What?
I don't think that movie's for kids.
It doesn't matter if it's for kids. It's a great movie. Then you might as well say Turning Red was overrated because that ain't for kids
I also
either.
think Turning Red is overrated.
Ah.
I did. Turning Red was boring. It was just boring. I'm sorry. Turning Red.
No.
My daughter loved the movie and all that kind of stuff. Turning Red was boring.
That movie was hilarious. It had bops and everything. It took me back to high school.
Maybe we had two totally different experiences in high school.
I think we had the same. We're not going to discuss that here.
No, we're not. We went to the same high school. We're not going back there.
Right.
But no, Turning Red, it was fine. It was boring. I was like, okay, it's a mother-daughter.
Encanto. What about Encanto?
We will never speak ill of Encanto. Ever on this podcast. We will never speak ill of Encanto. I love that.
I won't speak ill about it, but I think Encanto and Turning Red is on the same level.
No, absolutely not. Music's so much better in Encanto than Turning Red. So much better.
I'm not even talking about the music, just in general. Like
I resonated more with Encanto than Turning Red, and that could be just me.
Well, that's true.
I resonated much more with Encanto.
Okay, what about Coco?
I haven't watched it.
Okay, watch it. It'll make you cry. It made my wife cry, but I ain't never watched it again.
If you want to do that one, Coco and Up, I've never watched because everyone's like, you'll sob. And I'm like, nope, don't tell me that because I don't want to see a movie where I know I'm just going to cry.
Up was underrated, but it's not anymore. It's flowers. That movie got its flowers.
Oh, yeah.
It's more appreciated now.
I have not watched it. I've seen enough of it to know what happens and the whole thing. Same with Coco. I've seen people have told me enough that I know the whole movie, but I have not actually sat down and watched it. Michaela has to watch it every Halloween season at her school because her school is dual immersion. They do Spanish and English.
Okay.
So I've seen enough of Coco to see what happens in Coco, but yes, I have not watched Coco.
Watch it. You see,
I know. I'm horrible at watching things. I was telling this to Lance earlier. Like, give me like 10 years and I might watch. I just watched The Witcher. Just watched The Witcher. And that's been out for like 5 years.
Okay.
I'm slow. I have to be in moods.
Was there anything overrated or underrated in the golden era of the Disney Channel? Or what was the golden era of the Disney Channel?
Disney Channel or movies?
Channel.
I feel like Gummy Bears is underrated.
But that wasn't even on the Disney Channel. That was just on regular
No,
network.
that's a Disney cartoon.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about Disney cartoons that came on like Saturday
Saturday
mornings on
morning.
ABC and stuff. I mean like Disney Channel, like Kids Incorporated or
Kids
Winnie the
Incorporated was underrated while Mickey
yes.
Mouse Club was overrated.
I give you that. I give you that.
Kids
Yeah, I
Incorporated was far better than Mickey Mouse
I
Club.
have more
I know
memories of
we
Kids
get Justin
Incorporated.
and we get Britney and we get,
Yeah.
Christina Aguilera, and all came from.
That's fine and dandy. Kids Incorporated was far better. I enjoyed Kids Incorporated more than I enjoyed Mickey Mouse Club.
Okay. I give you that. Yes, yes. I got more memories of Kids Incorporated. I could Kids Incorporated.
And the street they walked down, it was much
Yeah.
more urban.
Yeah.
I liked Kids Incorporated more.
Okay. The Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh from the 80s.
Over.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that.
I wasn't a Winnie the Pooh fan.
Okay. What about the Dumbo show?
There was a Dumbo show?
Yes.
I had no
There was a Dumbo show back in the 80s.
Well, then it's going to go into my I hate Dumbo.
It was a live action Dumbo series.
I
Yeah.
had no idea.
Yeah. I prefer Winnie the Pooh over Dumbo.
I'll give you that. Yeah. I'll
Okay.
do Winnie the Pooh way over Dumbo.
Mousercise.
I love me some Mousercise. I do. I love me some Mousercise. I did that. I pretended to work out.
Okay. I used to love when
Train
Disney.
Girl us, or was that our kids?
What?
Was the Choo Choo Train Girl our kids or us?
Probably us. I don't remember.
The all aboard the Choo Choo Train, all aboard the Choo Choo.
Oh, that had to be us. That's probably like the beginning of the Disney Channel.
I feel like I watched it with Caleb, so maybe it was. I have much more memories of Disney Junior because of my kids now.
Oh,
than I
okay.
do of my Disney.
Okay. That's So Raven.
Never watched.
Okay. Lizzie
I will
McGuire.
say Lizzie McGuire. I only watched a few episodes, and I was not a fan.
Yeah. Okay.
I have friends that live and die by that show, and it was fine. I never got into it.
Okay. Even Stevens.
I hate Shia LaBeouf. I hate him. He's not a good actor. I'm sorry. He's just not a good actor. I never liked Even Stevens.
Okay. Here we go. Nickelodeon's Doug or Disney's Doug?
I did not know Disney also did Doug, so I will have to go with Nickelodeon because that's where I watched it.
It's on Disney Plus.
I did not know that, but I will
Yes.
say Nickelodeon because that's where I watched it originally.
Okay.
I was
Story
a
behind-
Nickelodeon kid, so this is
Same
kind
here.
of going to be hard. So, because I watched Ren and Stimpy, I watched Rocko's Modern Life, I watched Doug, I watched Salute Your Shorts and Hey Dude and all that
Yeah.
stuff that was on Nickelodeon. I did not watch a lot of Disney outside of like Kids Incorporated.
Okay. Yeah, I remember Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon canceled Doug, and Disney picked it
got
up.
it? I did not know that.
And this is when, 'cause if you remember, Doug aired on ABC Saturday mornings. Yeah, that's because Disney took over it.
It never clicked in my head.
Yeah.
That never clicked in my head. I was just like, oh, Doug. It's the same
Yeah.
time as like, Sailor Moon's on next. Like that's literally how my brain went.
Yeah, Disney took over.
I did not know that.
Yep. It's all you can watch on Disney Plus. It's totally different. It's totally
I
different.
will have to check that out because
Yeah.
But yeah, I was much more as a kid, I was much more of a Nickelodeon head. I watched those. I watched Hey Dude, Salute Your Shorts, Rocko's Modern Life, Ren and Stimpy. I watched those. I was not a Disney person when I was little.
You know what Disney cartoon was overrated
Hmm.
on the afternoon? Gargoyles.
Agreed.
Underrated.
Agreed.
Yes. And Tailspin.
Agreed. Tailspin wasn't anything to write home about. It's fine.
Yeah. I'll watch it on Disney Plus to this day.
DuckTales, however,
That movie was under. Speaking of DuckTales, Chippendale Rescue Rangers. The new one. That
underrated.
movie is underrated.
Underrated. It
I
was
don't
a well
care.
done movie.
Yes, I don't care about the adult. Yeah, it has some adult humor and they cussed a little, but that was a great movie. That movie had me dying.
Are you telling me, parents out there, that no one has cussed in front of their children so they don't know what a damn it is? That you can't watch Chip and Dale with
Right.
your kids? Like, come on. The only issue I have with that whole movie is the voices of Chip and Dale. I don't like the people that voice them. It doesn't sound right to me. But
I got.
that's just a
I,
bias I have from
no,
like
I
growing up
get
with
it.
Chip and Dale. But
I get it. I get it because Chippendale's in the real world. This is not them in their actual movie, in their actual
right.
show.
So
It's
like
them in
that
the real world.
when I watched it, I was like, this is a bit jarring. I don't know if I like this. But then I got past it and I was like, okay, it's them
Yeah.
having jobs. So we're fine.
Yeah. And
But
I
yes, I
love
agree.
how they poke fun of today's animation in the
Yes,
past, and
I
Dale
agree.
had the CGI surgery.
Yes,
That took me out.
that's it. I will give you that. That was a very, very underrated. People should watch that, actually watch that movie.
Yes.
And watch it
Yes.
past like, oh, John Mulaney and that other guy. No, watch it because it's actually
Watch.
quite funny.
Yes. Yes. So I think that's it on my list. You have anybody else or anything else?
What about Atlantis?
I have to watch it again. I haven't seen it in a while.
There's three of, well, yeah,
Yes.
there's two.
And there's another one. I think it's a live action one coming or something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
If you talk to certain people, it is the greatest film that has ever been animated in the entire existence of everything. And then you talk to other people like me, that's like, that's all right.
I have to watch it again, and then I could give you my full opinion. Because I really, I don't know. I just wasn't intrigued when that movie came out, and I didn't. I don't even think I
It came
saw
out
it.
at a weird time
Yeah.
that like people, it was like right after the Disney Renaissance,
Yeah.
but it like, so it still is encompassed in the Disney Renaissance, I think, but it's
Yeah.
not considered a Disney Renaissance film. It came out in 2001.
Oh yeah, that era of Disney movies was
Like Treasure Planet is another one. I
yeah.
don't know how to feel about Treasure Planet. I don't know if I should like it or if I should hate it.
Treasure Island, you mean?
Is it? No, Treasure
Treasure.
Planet.
Oh, I know there's a Treasure Island.
Treasure Planet.
Oh,
You need to, again, it's another one of those movies that people will look at me and be like, "You don't like Treasure Planet?" I don't know what I'm supposed to do with Treasure Planet.
it's amazing that they got all Disney has all these movies out there that's good, but
Mhm.
yet they don't get mentioned. They don't get that much love.
Yeah.
And like they need to be mentioned more because when you go on Disney Plus and people see all these movies, they're gonna be like, "What is this?"
You get very overwhelmed by the amount of movies because you're like, "Oh my gosh, there's so much." But yet,
Well, that because they bought Fox, so they got all the Fox movies on there,
yeah.
and Simpsons, and you got Marvel, you got Star Wars. So it's just
Well, they also have all the documentaries too, which is where I just
yeah, National Geographics. Their catalog is stacked. It's stacked.
Was the
So
Chronicles of Narnia Disney, or was that one they purchased?
that's part of Fox.
That's Fox. Okay. So I was
Yeah,
gonna
so they
say, if
purchased
we're
that.
gonna go down the overrated, underrated, and it's Disney, the Narnia, the first one, is amazing. The other two,
Mhm.
crap.
Yeah, we'll make that honorable mention just
Yeah.
because it's Fox, and they bought the catalog, so I wouldn't consider that.
D3, go back to Mighty Ducks. That's when they are in a private school.
Oh, see,
That's the
okay,
private school one where they're brought in to like win the school championship or something.
oh wow, I
Yeah,
gotta watch it.
it's
I
yeah,
think my most the most memorable. I can't say the word, but you know what I'm saying.
yeah.
The
Memorable.
scene that stuck in my mind from the Mighty Ducks is when Gordon Bombay arrives to his first practice in the limo, and the man just drives onto the ice.
Yep.
I'm like, who does that?
Yeah. I remember that one.
Man. But yeah. Um
So not many
hey
we
y'all.
disagree on. So far,
No.
the strongest disagreement was my Zootopia and your Encanto. How can you?
I no, I wait, so you don't love Encanto?
Oh, I love Encanto.
I love Encanto.
Oh, you just said. I thought you said it was overrated.
No, it's underrated.
Oh,
Well,
it's
no, it's not even underrated. It's red. The hype is real. It's perfectly
okay.
placed.
Yeah. Okay. So our only disagreement is that I don't like Zootopia and you do.
Yo, like, watch the Zootopia Plus series, the shorts,
I'll watch the shorts.
because they say it's real. I heard it's really good. It lines up with the movie, and it's gonna set you up for Zootopia 2.
I'll watch it. I didn't. Meh.
What
Zootopia
was it about? What was it about Zootopia? You know, like, I need to know this before we go.
I just didn't. It didn't feel. I think my problem with Zootopia is that everybody talked about how important Zootopia is, and that's annoying.
What do you mean by how important it is?
It's because everybody made it the race card and
I
they took the underlying message of Zootopia and blew it way out of proportion, in my opinion.
didn't hear nothing about no race card
Oh
about
yeah, no, it's the
Zootopia.
whole Zootopia is like an undercurrent for race cards and how like people, should be more conscious of like how they act with people and yada. It's a whole thing. It's a whole internet thing. And maybe that's because I'm too chronically online. But Zootopia got way overblasted for being it also has very adult tones in the
Well,
movie.
yeah, that's what I got from the movies. Breaking Bad, basically.
Yeah, it's Breaking Bad, but it's also like they're showing it to like police officers for sensitivity training.
Oh,
And I'm like, really? That's what we're doing with this film? That's where we're going with Zootopia?
oh,
Yeah, like certain police departments were showing it as sensitivity training. And I was
that's
like,
crazy.
no, we're not going there, guys. Like, really? So that's my issue with Zootopia is that everybody took like the underlying tones of what Zootopia was about and trying to be like, look, we have to, look how horrible our society is and we need to be better because they made this film. It's like, shut up. It's a rabbit who wants to be a cop.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm more annoyed with the talking points of Zootopia in cultural sense than I am the movie, but I also just didn't enjoy the movie. And there's better movies out there.
Okay. Okay. Well, we will leave it at that because this conversation could go on forever.
It really could. It really could.
Yeah.
Like I'm scrolling through and I could find so many more films to talk about.
So yeah, we'll make that as a part 2.
Yeah, we'll
But
have a
I
part two.
think
When we have
I
slow
think.
content time, we will bring back the movies. Maybe
Oh,
we'll do.
I want to bring some other people on to talk about this.
Yes, we need more people. If you want to be
Yes.
on this podcast, you should reach out to us via
Yes.
social media because we need more people to tell us that we're crazy or we're right on.
At what.thedisney, DSNEY @gmail.com, or DM us at Instagram, what.thedisney, and we will respond back.
Yes, we will.
Hey, you know what I want to do next?
Hmm.
The most overrated, underrated soundtracks. Yes.
Pocahontas has the best soundtrack.
I'm sorry. For me, I would go to a Goofy movie because Powerline to me is the goat. Powerline is the goat.
Pocahontas and Lion King.
Oh yeah, Lion King is up there, number one. Yes,
All right. Well, we're gonna have to continue this for sure because now I'm
yes,
like, now my brain's like, oh my god, let's do this.
yes. Well, like I said before, like, subscribe to What the Disney here on YouTube. If you're listening to us on all the other podcast platforms like Apple Music, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Anchor, like us there too. You can also write in those descriptions your favorite Disney movies. What you think is underrated? What you think is overrated? All right. Jen, I appreciate you as always. I can't wait to see you at the parks.
I'm
Hey y'all, I
forward to
think
vacation.
we might just go live on the tube on the
We should.
parks. Yes,
We should.
and this is what we're doing. I'm praying that Toontown doesn't get pushed back again because of this blizzard. But I
Me.
think we're good to go because they haven't said anything.
Yeah, not yet.
Um,
They haven't brought it up yet, so
right. So
soft
my
opening should be happening soon too.
yeah, the 19th. Oh yeah, the soft opening, yes. And
We'll do
I'm
some
gonna
soft.
see I'm gonna see if my friend again is gonna get tickets for a soft opening,
Mhm.
and I'll hit him up and I'll probably go and report back
Yes, please.
because I was grateful for that opportunity of Mickey's Minnie and Minnie
Haven't
Runaway
heard many
Railway.
shutdowns for that ride yet, so sounds like they were getting all the kinks
Yeah,
out.
they're getting all the out. 'Cause the day when the blister started happening, the rain started happening, it was like a 60-minute wait
Mhm.
that I saw. When that's the longest I've seen so far was 60. So
Yeah,
it's not that
it's
bad.
quite fascinating how it does not have that long of a wait.
I think because people are purchasing the lightning lanes.
That's what I think so too. I think people are
Yeah,
just skipping it and just going straight lightning lane.
right. And it was like I'll just go on YouTube and look at the queue. Um, but yeah, so we're planning on
Oh, it's
getting
90 minutes
Jen's.
right now. As of
Oh,
1:22 on March 3rd, it is a 90-minute wait for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
jeez. Well, you know what, Jen, when you're here, we will get your reaction.
Yes.
We will get your reaction. I think you're going to love it.
I'm
And then
looking.
I think we're gonna do it twice. I think we're gonna uh have you go through the lightning lane too and look
Oh
at the
yeah.
posters because the
Yeah.
posters are totally different going through the lightning lane
I'm gonna ride
in
that
the actual queue.
as much as possible. I have been
So
looking
yeah,
forward to that ride since it opened in Disney World.
yes.
I have been
So
waiting for this. So it's
if
my
you guys
most
wondering,
ride. We'll have to do another pod here next week about what I am excited about and what my plans are. And
yes,
we'll
yes,
do that. That'll be the next one you guys listen to. Will be
yes.
Let's
If you
prepare Jennifer.
yes, if you guys are wondering why I haven't posted anything on our YouTube about Mickey and Minnie's
Wait,
Runaway, yes, I'm
we're
purposely
waiting for
waiting on
Jen.
Jen and getting her reaction. That's why I have like I did like 3 videos of that ride already.
Oh
So,
yeah, we're waiting for Jen. We're waiting for me.
yeah. So, but again, on the housekeeping note, subscribe here to What the Disney on YouTube. Like the video, share it with your Disney friends. If you like to be a sponsor and help us out, keep growing, email us, DM us on What Dr. Disney on IG. What the Disney, that's DSNEY at gmail.com. Even if you want to join the team, we're looking for more people to help us out because we can't get to the parks all the time. So,
Yeah, we need all the
you love
people.
Disney? Yes. If you love Disney like us, let us know. Let us know. Yeah. Jen, anything from you?
No, good.
All right. Cool. Well, I am Ree. You can catch me. That's Jen. We appreciate you guys. If you're going to Disney, have fun. And until the next episode,
We will
we
see you
are out. And you are listening and watching to What the Disney.